Leslie J. Anderson is the global head of enterprise technology and employee experience for BMO Financial Group. She is the Treasurer's Office Black History Month Award winner for outstanding service in leadership. Leslie has worked in the banking industry for over 25 years. And in April of 2020, she was named to the list of most influential Black executives in corporate America, according to Savoy Magazine. So Leslie, maybe you can start by telling us, what is your current job and your day-to-day duties?
Okay, so as we think about the banking industry, the word experience tends to come up over and over and over again. And one of the things that we were very intentional about at BMO is making sure that in order for our employees to give a great customer experience, our employees actually had to have a great employee experience. And one of the areas where most organizations tend to fall down is in technology. And so my responsibility is to make sure not only that our employees have the tools they need, the digital tools they need to do their job efficiently and effectively, but also that they know how to use them in the most efficient way as well. And so I talk to all the lines of business. I've spent my 25 years, I've been in the line of business for most of that. And so I understand the needs of the line a little bit differently than just a core technology person. And so I'm talking to people all the time to say, what do you need? What's changed? And especially during this environment, our team actually got elevated to new heights because everybody had to go home. And we had to figure out, how do we get this entire 45,000 employee base to be effective at home and still collaborating and doing the things that make our customers stay and grow.
Things have definitely changed a lot over this last year. If you talk about what has changed in the banking industry since you began working for Harris Bank back in the 1990s.
Wow. So I would say, I'd say it again, that really most service companies moved from being service to experience. And it's really a very meaningful shift because it also speaks to the type of people that have to deliver that experience. And so when I think about what's changed, we're now looking at how do we deliver an inimitable customer experience for our customers, and then what does it take to deliver that? And what we're finding, and it's coming to a head in a number of different ways in this environment, but you can't have one voice speaking to all customers. You need a diverse set of thoughts, a diverse set of voices, a diverse set of experiences in order to give that robust customer experience. And so that's what we're seeing. But the challenge is that banking as a whole hasn't created the top-heavy diversity that we need to really drive some of this going forward. And so it really is one of my mantras to continue to reach out into the community to make sure that folks understand that there is a robust career in banking for especially young Black women that never thought that there was a career there before, and all minorities, because we need every voice around the table in order to do this work really well, in order to serve our customers in the most holistic way.
Well, you've obviously seen a lot of change. There's still a lot of change out there. You've been successful in the industry. Any personal habits or professional habits you can share for our listeners?
Yeah, so our pillars at BMO are human, intuitive, and one bank. And it really does transcend the bank because everything that I approach in this work is from a human perspective, because that's who we are and that's how we respond. And being able to be intuitive in this work really does set us apart from all of our peers. But the one bank, although when you think about it in terms of the banking industry, it's making it my problem. Everything is my problem. And I go into work trying to solve and coalesce teams together to figure out how do we come up and show our best. And that's really how I look at it from a community perspective. It's human intuitive in one community. It's human intuitive in one block. It's human intuitive in one city and human intuitive in one state and one country. If we start to approach this work differently in that way, our ability to really expand the pot and have more of our citizens thrive in roles and opportunities really begins to grow.
Right. You mentioned community. Community is more than just your bank or your employment. If my notes are correct, I see you are the board chair of One Goal Chicago.
I am.
Can you tell us what that organization is and what they do?
Happy to. So, One Goal is an education persistence organization. We are looking to make sure that students have all that they need in order to graduate and persist through college. The organization started in 2007 with, I think, 32 students, and now we're up to 6 regions across the country with 13,000 students across the country. And our ability to not only graduate students from high school, but also have them persist in college is 20 to 30% greater than just the core Chicago public schools or a public school system. But the great thing about One Goal is that we partner with CPS and we partner with the public schools. So it's not us against them. It really is a collective effort to make sure that our students get the best and the brightest and all the resources they need to succeed.
Well, that's great. So hopefully some of those students are looking to follow in your footsteps.
Hopefully.
What words of wisdoms would you share with individuals following your footsteps who want to be agents of change in the banking industry and strong leaders?
I would say, don't limit yourself. Show up. And when I say show up, meaning show up for your organization. Be a voice and a sounding board for what works in your community and be an agent for change within your organization. Show up for yourself. Make sure that you are bringing your full self to work, and make sure that you show up for your colleagues. So you want to make sure that the environment that you create is one that is inclusive and one that is right for the type of diversity that I think this country is ready for and that this country needs in order to be successful and to be its best.
Good. Leslie, thank you for joining us today, for your insights and for your leadership in the state of Illinois. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the honor.